Hi, my name is Matthew Bellisario. Thank you for coming by the Bellisario Sonic YouTube channel. I'm coming to you here from the heart of the Deep South on the outskirts of Birmingham, Alabama. And here I talk about music, do record reviews, interviews, and much more. And today is kind of a different video than I normally do. As you guys know, I like to promote new jazz records, new releases, working artists, especially on independent record labels. Very important to me. But I'm also a huge jazz history buff. And this box set that I'm getting ready to give you a tour of is a monumental archaeological dig that is a wealth of information, both sonically and as well as the written text that comes in this 80-page book that comes in this box set. So what I'm going to do is give you a quick tour of this wonderful box set on the Archeophone record label called Centennial, King Oliver's Creole Jazz Band. This box set here is really a monumental archaeological dig. For true fans of jazz that love to go back to the early history of jazz, this is going to be something you're going to want to own. And this is something that you're going to want to take the time to dig into. This is not one of these box sets that you put on your shelf to, for on display to show that I own this cool box set. This is one of these box sets that you're going to want to dig into. You're going to want to read the book. You're going to want to put on these 4 compact discs, and it also is a double LP set. And it's more than just the recordings of King Oliver. It also digs into Louis Armstrong's personal record collection, and also really digs into the recordings surrounding this time of King Oliver. So let me show you what comes in this box set. King Oliver, of course, one of the main mentors of Louis Armstrong, and the written text in this book covers a lot of that. Riccardi, a wonderful author who's written a lot about Louis Armstrong. He's released several volumes on Louis Armstrong, writes a majority of the text in this hardback book that I'm going to show you. But also, this is very important because you have restoration and remastering by Richard Martin that has made these recordings sound the best they've ever sounded. And again, these are coming from the acoustic era, which is before modern recording, before microphones existed. These guys were recording into horns, and you had to put people in certain places in the studio in order to get a mix. You couldn't do it after the fact. So let's go ahead and take a look. First of all, it comes in this beautiful slipcase. I left the wrapping on there with the hype sticker there that you can see. This is a really nice, thick, beautiful slipcase. Absolutely wonderful. In this case, you've got 4 compact discs, 2 that are mainly the 37 sides from King Oliver from 1923, a few bonus tracks on CD2, and then you've got CD3, which is from Louis's record collection, and then CD4 is called Joe's Jazz Kingdom, where you have a variety of artists on that from that era. Beautiful pictures, look at this, 4 discs. There are your 4 discs with tracks on them. Really first-class packaging. Here is your double LP set with all of the King Oliver tracks on them. And beautiful graphics here, artwork, look at that. These do come with anti-static sleeves, again, 2 LPs. Also comes with a beautiful poster. Let me open that and show you that. The beautiful poster on really high gloss paper here. And again, this is on the Archeophone label, who they specialize in these type of old acoustic recordings. Really cool poster. Did a really good job with this on really thick paper. So pretty neat. And then you've got this absolutely beautiful 80-page hardback book, which I'm going to flip through just a little bit for you guys. And they did a great job on this. I mean, look at the spine of this. On the back, you've got this textured back cover. Just a lot of attention to detail on this box set. Absolutely beautiful. But when you dig into this, I've started to read this, and this is there's a lot of information here. And if you're a true fan of jazz, You're really gonna enjoy this. A lot of information here. Again, the whole centering on King Oliver, but also his relationship with Louis Armstrong, talking about the recording era and what they had to deal with in the studio, so the so-called studio. It's not a studio really as we think of it today, but certainly set up for recording onto wax. Beautiful artwork, pictures. Again, this is a really just almost like a full book, history book, written by Riccardi, and again, it's just absolutely wonderful. And even if this early type of jazz is not your favorite, I love it all. I love all eras of jazz. I do like this early stuff, but even if it's not your favorite, I think if you're a fan of jazz, you're gonna be intrigued by this. You're gonna wanna hear it. You're gonna want, in order to understand jazz, I do believe you have to go back to the very early years and really dig into these recordings. And these are the best they've ever sounded. They've been restored. And I mean, just check out the pictures. It also goes through every track in here. So if you look at, I'll flip to the back here. I'm not going to go through every single page here, but if you go back here towards the back, you're going to have all the different sides, the different tunes here, and all the different labels of the records on the 78s here that these were taken from. And I find this fascinating because really, I mean, you go back to the beginning of Edison's, first recordings that were done back in the 1870s or so. And you really didn't get into a lot of recordings until the 1880s. And this is from the 1920s, especially 1923, where it focuses on King Oliver. So these are still the very early days of recording, and very interesting for me. And I think if you're just a lover of jazz and you love history, this is going to be something special for you. So there you have it. I just wanted to give you guys a quick tour of this, show you a little bit of this box set and give you a quick tour. And well worth the money. Just absolutely beautiful. Again, the hardback book, the beautiful poster, your double LP, and your 4 CDs. A lot of music to listen to here, a lot to dig into, and for the true jazz fan. Appreciate you guys joining me in the future. I'm going to be comparing some of these recordings on here that have been restored to some of my old King Oliver records that have the same cuts on them, so that you can hear the difference between the two, because it is pretty incredible on what Richard Martin has done with these recordings. So I appreciate you joining me. Happy listening to all you guys out there, and we will see you soon. Take care.